Hey, my name's Connor, and this is Makeup with Connor.
Go away and turn your music down, please. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Chelsea, and if you're new around here, we like to do beauty related content on this channel. If that's something that you like, then please hit subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, then please click on the little bell and you'll be notified of every time that I upload. So we are pretty barefaced today because we're going to do a 2-look, 1 palette video, and that's with the new Beautybay and Jade collab. This has been out for a few weeks now, and it's their first 42 colour palette that they've done for a while. I think the last one was Fiery 2.0, which I have done a video on, and I'll link that down below if you want to have a look at it. But yeah, this is with Jade from Little Mix, and I think it's inspired by astrology, I'm gathering. Yeah, it is inspired by astrology. So if you want to see what looks I create, hear my thoughts, see the swatches and all that jazz, then please stay tuned. So this palette actually retails for £30, which is slightly more than their normal 42 colour eyeshadow palettes, which I believe are between like £22 and £25. This is the outer box, by the way, and yeah, I definitely think it's inspired by astrology. And then on the back, it's just got a little paragraph, and it just says, "What's your sign, hun? Over the moon to have created this palette of Beautybay. All 42 shades were lovingly created to represent my passion for crystals, spirituality, astrology, and believing that the universe has a gaudy path for all of us. So many out of this world looks can be created using all these cosmic colours. Can't wait to see how you use them. I hope you love my shady Jadey palette as much as I do." So quite a cute little blurb on the back there. But open up the palette. Obviously it's very well wrapped up in bubble wrap, and this is what the palette looks like, and just look at that packaging. I love the fact that this moon has got glitter, but it's not like the glitter that will just flake off. It's been coated and it just looks so pretty in person. But yeah, 42 colours in this palette for £30. I do think that's a really good price. That's less than £1 per shade. There's quite a variety in there. So just open it up. So this is what the palette looks like. I will show you some close-ups now. But yeah, such a range of colours, and you've got a lot of like warm tones, and then you've got cool tones, you've got depth in here, which you know that I love depth in the palette, because you've got black, you've got beiges, you've got shades to blend out other shades and to deepen up those other shades, so you can create so many different looks with just this one palette. But then it can be quite intimidating to look at, because I'm looking at this now thinking, where do I start? Do you know what I mean? But I do like the layout of this palette, and what drew me to this palette the most was this £9 here. But yeah, these £9 I just think would make such a beautiful palette by themselves. But I do love the way that they've laid out the chartreuse and the pinks and purples together. I think that'll be a nice combination. The fireys up here, and obviously the cool tones down here. So there is a lot of variety in this palette, which yeah, is a little bit intimidating to start off with, but I'm sure that this will be a palette that, especially if I go away, I can just take this one palette and I'm covered for whatever makeup look I want to create. And that's what I love. I love just use, if I'm doing my makeup, to just use one palette. I hate having multiple palettes out. It drives me insane, especially if you're posting it online as well, because then you've got to label every single palette that you use. And yeah, I just find it so much easier to just have one palette and just use that one palette to create a makeup look. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Let's get cracking, shall we? I'm just going to show you all the swatches that I've done. It was quite hard to fit all on my arms, so the swatches are a little bit dodgy, but as you know me, my swatches are always dodgy anyway. And then yeah, and then let's get into the eye look. Sorry for the dodgy swatches, but this is the whole palette swatched. I don't know if you can really see, but oh my god, the pigmentation in this palette is incredible. I didn't expect that pigment. Well, I kind of did because it's Beautybay, but I always feel like the big palettes are quite hit and miss. Like, I don't know. I love the big palettes, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer the smaller 15 colour palettes, because I just feel like the formula is a little bit different. But this is the same formula as the 15 pan ones, which everyone seems to love. And now that I've swatched all these colours are so beautiful. There's so many different looks that you can create. So yeah, let's hop on and start off the look. So I've zoomed you in. We've already primed and prepped our lids with the P. Louise base shade 2.5. It's a given, it's my favourite eyeshadow base. But I'm just going to use a cheap fluffy brush and just make sure it is all blended in still. But I've taken it out to here and also under here as well and just prepped it all. So I think for the first look, I definitely want to use those purpley pinks together with like the chartreuse, like lime shades, because I just think that's a really unique but stunning combination. So first things first. Right, I'm going to take Soulmate, so this shade here, and I'm just going to take that on a Morphe M456 brush. And I'm just going to pat that on the outer edge. So we've created our shape there. It's a really nice shade that's gone down. So now with a Peach and Cream PC22 brush, we're going to use Angel of the North, which is like this dark burgundy shade just here. And just deepen it up a little bit more. I'm just wiping my brush on my trousers, which is very nice, isn't it? And then I'm just going to tickle around the edge just to blend it out a little bit. So now we're going to go in with a smaller brush. So this is the PC07, and we're going to go into the black, which is tourmaline here. I'm just going to darken up the outer edge even more, so you only want a little bit of the black. And then I'm going to go back in with my other brush and just help blend that out a bit with a bit more of Soulmate. Now we're going in with a Made by Mitchell ME1 brush. And let's go in with Daydreamer. So this shade here, like this lilac-y shade. Let's see if it'll help blend this out. Oh, I love how that's turned it more purple. And then we're going to go into a larger fluffy brush. So this is a P. Louise 121 brush, and then we will go into Ethereal right here, so this very pale pastel lilac, and that will be our light shade. So just really dusting it out over here and in the inner corner. And considering it's like a pastel shade, it's really well, like showing up well. Okay, so now that we laid our colours down, we're going to go back through the ladder technique, which if you watch my videos, that's what I do quite a lot. So I've got my 5 brushes here, my 5 shades, and I'm just going to go back and forth until I get the blend that I want. So I will be right back because we will be here for a while otherwise. Okay, so I went in and I sorted out my blending, then I removed using eye makeup remover, the cut crease shape, and then I just went in with the P. Louise base to just create that base ready for lighter shades. I'm just going to tap that there. Okay, so now we want to go in with, I'm going to go in with 2222, so this shade here, and then we'll use the shimmer next to it, it's a Sand Dagger. So I'm just going to apply the 2222 with just this Primark flat brush. This is very pigmented, it seems like. But that colour is so nice. I'm just creating that bit of a base for the shimmer shadow, and then I'm just going to use my finger Oh, that is beautiful. I've got that 2222 shade everywhere. And then I think I want to go in with Retrograde. So that really hot pink here. And I'm just going to use my Morphe M456 brush. And I really want to just put this here. And then a little bit of the black. And then I'll just use a little bit of Galactic, so this purpley pinky shimmer there, just a little bit on my finger, and I'm just tapping it over the hot pink, and then a bit more of the Sand Dagger shade, and just blend them two in the middle. Oh, I love that. And then I'm also going to go in with Milky Way, which looks like an iridescent white shade with like a pink shift to it. And I'm just going to take that on my finger again and just press that up here. Oh, how beautiful is that? Okay, so that's one eye basically nearly done once we've obviously got our lashes, things like that. So now let's start with this other eye. So I think I want to do the same sort of shape on this eye, but just with different colours. So I think I want to do like the greens and blues. Like I really love these 2 rows down here. I feel like a few of these shades as well are in like the Wilderness palette, like these 2 especially. I think a few shades from here look like they're in the Wilderness palette, like the Confetti shade, Crystal Clear, Moonlit, like the blue shade, which I might do a swatch comparison on my TikTok actually. I know. I'm going to go in to start off with Capricorn. So that's going to be my dark shade there. It's a beautiful dark chocolatey brown. And to apply that, I'm going to use a clean Morphe M456 brush. I always buy multiples of these brushes. I absolutely love them. And I'm just going to apply this in the same shape as what I did with the dark colour on this eye. Oh, that's a really nice dark shade. I'm just using a small blending brush. So this is a Mitchell ME2 brush and with no product on, but I'm just going to blend that out a little bit, just wiggle around it, ready to put down our next shade. Okay, that's softened a bit. So now we're going to go in with a P. Louise 198 brush, so quite a small blending brush. And I'm going to go in with Orion, so this grungy green down here, which I absolutely love. I'm just placing that on top of this shade. Again, super duper pigmented, you only need little bits at a time. So I'm going to use Chakra down here, along with Good Vibes Only up here to then blend out that greeny shade. So first of all, I'm going to go in with Chakra. It's quite a beigey shade, but it's nice. Although it does look similar to some of the other shades in this palette, like Affirmation. Good Vibes looks a bit like Full Moon. So it does look like there's repeated shades in this palette. Oh, and this is a P. Louise 115 brush, by the way. And then we're going to go in with a big fluffy brush again, and this is a P. Louise 121 brush again, and then we're going to go into Good Vibes Only. So this side's looking quite earthy, which I'm here for. These are like my kind of tones. So again, I'm going to go with my ladder technique, and then I'm going to cut the crease, and then we'll be right back to then pop on our shimmer on the lid. Okay, so we're blended on this eye and we've cut the crease as well. So I think I want to go in with a mixture of, I don't know. I think I want to go in with Mother Earth. So this earthy shimmer shade here, which is, just look at that. That is beautiful. And I think I want to go in with Horizon as well, which is a gold shade. So maybe we could do the earthy one and, oh, actually, what do you think that colour would go with it? Antique to the gold. Unless we could put blue underneath. Yeah, right, we'll do that. These shades are staining me, by the way. They're staining my arm. Are they pressed pigment? No, I don't know. It just says 42 colour. I think some of them might be pressed pigments and some of them might not. I'm not too sure. It doesn't actually say. Oh yeah, some colours contain pigments, so I believe that some of them are pressed pigments. Some of them are just normal eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with my finger first of all with Mother Earth, and I'm just going to tap that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful shades. That is really, really pretty. Gorge. And then we're also going to go into Horizon, which feels a lot more buttery. I do kind of want to go into Alien as well, which is this like yellowy gold here. So again, I'm just going to pop that onto my finger and just tap. Oh, look at that. That looks beautiful. Just tap it on top. And then I'm going to use a bit of Halo, which is this shimmer shade here, and that's going to go in my inner corner. So I'm just going to get a little pencil brush. This is just a Spectrum A27 brush, and I'm going to pop that. So for my under eye, I am going to go in with Zodiac, so this shade here. And it is a shimmer shade, but I'm just going to use my Spectrum A27 brush, and I'm just going to run that underneath. Because I'm dying to use this shade. Let's have a shimmer moment underneath, shall we? Oh, that is beautiful. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a bit of Orion. Have a little bit of Capricorn just on the outer edge. And then I'm also going to pop a bit of, let's go with Crystal Clear, so this shade here, shimmer shade, and I'm going to pop that on the inner part. And then on this side, I'm just going to use the same shades up there, down there. So I'm just going to do the rest of my face off camera. I'm probably going to add a liner, lashes, and all that jazz. And then we'll come back and we'll hear my thoughts. So these are the finished looks. Let me know down below what you think and what one is your favourite. So obviously this side we've gone for the purples and the yellowy chartreusey colours. Very, very colourful and pretty. And then this side is your typical grungy, as I like to say, like your cool toned olivey greens and antique-y golden yellows shade. So the lashes that I've got on are the P. Louise Q the Curl lash from the P. Louise Pro book, which I think she will be releasing soon. And then I've also used Illamasqua eyeliner, which I popped on both eyes, and then I just blended it in with the black from the palette. I also use as well on my face a mixture of Ethereal, so that lilac shade, as my blush on this side. And then for the highlight we've gone for Milky Way, which was that iridescently white with a pink shift shade as my highlighter. And then on this side for my blush I used Natural Beauty, which was a really gorgeous peachy blush shade. And then for my highlight on this side I used Halo, so this shade here, which I thought was a really gorgeous shade. I'm really, really pleased with how this has turned out. Everything blended absolutely beautifully. I had no problems whatsoever. Yeah, I'm just really chuffed with this. I'm so glad I got this palette now because there's just so many looks that you can create with it, and I am literally living for these two looks. My lips, if you are wondering, I've got on my favourite lip combo at the moment, so expect to see it in a lot of my videos. So I've got on my lips the Hotline Peach and Cream lip liner, topped with the Doll Lips Come to Mama lipstick and the Jeffree Star Supreme gloss in Naked in the Dark. And yeah, it's just that perfect cool toned nudie nude shades, which together just looks absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so that's everything on my face, and oh, I am absolutely in love. Like, I think I'd go out with just like even two different colours on my eyes. I don't know what was a favourite. I think I do like this side because I love those purpley tones, but then I do love this side as well. I don't know. Let me know down below what your favourite is, but yeah, I absolutely love this. I didn't have that much fallout, but I had a bit of fallout on my face which I wiped away, but to me that's not a problem, but I know that some people don't like it. But these shades are so pigmented, so you expect fallout with pigmented shades anyway. But yeah, overall I'm definitely pleased that I've got this palette, and I can't wait to do some more looks. Let me know if you want to see some more looks on my YouTube, or if you just want it on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, or if there's a colour combination that you want to see out of this palette. I definitely want to play with the blues, and obviously you've got those warm tones up the top as well. So many different looks that you can create, and yeah, absolutely buzzing. That's all I've got to say about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and please also make sure that you subscribe to my channel. It does really help me out. And yeah, hopefully shall see you soon. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.